Investigates exclusive dramatic video of a cab fully on fire, the driver making it out just in the nick of time. And tonight she is speaking exclusively to News 4 and is sending out a warning to anyone who might take a ride in one local company's cabs. Here's News 4 Chief Investigator Lauren Traeger with the story from St. Charles.
And it's important because while a lot of people now take Ubers or ride shares, still many others rely on this cab company. Even the school district has a contract with them to take vulnerable kids to school. And that's why this driver wanted you to hear her story.
I remember just being so afraid.
Trillia Barton shudders watching the video of fire consuming her cab.
So fast.
She'd been driving her normal route in St. Charles when she first noticed a horrible smell, then smoke. The dispatcher at St. Charles Yellow Cab told her to drive it back to work, but she never made it.
I just noticed the light and I looked down and that's where the fire had started, over where like the gas pedal is, where my foot was.
That was the sound of the explosion.
Yeah, that pop.
The cab burned up with hundreds of dollars of her cash and belongings, she says, inside.
That is a shame.
The shell of it still sitting outside the business more than 2 weeks later.
I have to look at the thing that almost killed me.
But she's thankful. She says no one else was inside.
We pick people up from hospitals. If I'd had an elderly person in there with a walker, I wouldn't have been able to pop the trunk, get their walker, get them out. The what ifs are what's bothering me the most, I think.
And what's worse, she says the company should have known better. This car had not been properly maintained, she says.
Before that even happened, the signals didn't work. Like you couldn't say that you were turning left or right. You couldn't put on your emergency lights, the hazards.
Others in the fleet, she claims, also weren't in working order.
If one cab had a power steering issue, then the other cab had a brakes issue.
Excuse me.
2 people appeared to be working on another cab when we visited the shop this week, not far from Main Street, St. Charles. But they referred us to who they said was the owner inside. But that person denied being in charge.
Guys over there just said you were the owner I could talk with.
I'm not the owner.
To try to verify Trillia's claims, we wanted to pull inspection records. Cabs, car services, and taxis in St. Louis City and County are specifically regulated by the Metropolitan Taxi Cab Commission. They require annual inspections, with older vehicles often inspected twice a year, according to officials, and all vehicles subject to random inspections. But St. Charles Yellow Cab and other cabs in St. Charles aren't a part of the commission and subject only to city rules. Though they did not provide inspection reports, city officials did give us these 2 letters from last year. The city currently taking the company to court for code violations, including property maintenance and storage of abandoned and inoperable vehicles.
Do you know how poorly maintained a car has to be to just spontaneously combust? And they're just business as usual. It's been almost 2 weeks. Nothing has been done about it.
Trillia says she's not gotten reimbursed for her lost items, and no one's spoken to her, she says, about what happened.
Not even so much as a thank you or I'm sorry.
Worried, she says, for who might next be hailing a cab.
Anyone who's calling a cab, should they know about this?
Absolutely. It's not shipments, it's not mail. These are people that we're driving around.
We did reach an attorney representing the owner in that code enforcement case who said they had no comment. Most of the cabs, though, appeared to have up-to-date state tags, but the city itself does not require inspections to be on file with them. Now, this company does contract with the St. Charles City School District. They do about 25 rides for students per week, so we will definitely keep pressing for more answers on this. I'm Lauren Traeger, News 4 Investigates.